User manual for the ERAFLYME electronic thermostat with a scheduler. During operation, the current air temperature is shown on the display. A dot above means that heating is currently in progress. The letter at the end displays the current operating mode. C is the comfort mode. Press any button and set the desired room temperature for comfort mode. For example, 20.5 degrees. Hold down the button to speed up. After a few seconds, the value will be saved and the controller will return to heating mode. This setting is sufficient for most users. Next, consider additional useful functions and settings. To turn the heater off or on again, hold down any button until you hear a beep and the corresponding off or on indication appears. In standby mode, the display shows the room temperature dimly. Turn on the heater by long pressing any button. If you have inquisitive little children and you don't want to freeze or overheat, you can lock the buttons. To lock the buttons, disconnect the heater from the mains and turn it on with the plus button pressed. If lock displayed, buttons are locked. To unlock the buttons, disconnect the heater from the mains and turn it on with the minus button pressed. If unlock displayed, buttons are unlocked. To protect children from burns, the heating surface temperature can be limited. But keep in mind that by limiting this temperature, you reduce its heating power. To set the heater temperature limit, press any button and while the value is flashing, press and hold both buttons simultaneously until a beep sounds. Set the desired value. For example, 70 degrees. After a few seconds, the value will be saved and the controller will return to heating mode, displaying the actual air temperature. You can see the current heating surface temperature by pressing both buttons simultaneously in heating mode. You can also adjust the brightness of the indicator. Put the device into standby mode by long pressing any button. In standby mode, press both buttons simultaneously and while indication light is displayed, adjust the brightness of the indicator. One beep indicates the recommended brightness level for the green indicator. 2 beeps for other colors. Turn on the heater by long pressing any button. The controller can operate according to the schedule with a daily or weekly cycle. And according to a given schedule, the controller turns on the desired operation mode. A daily schedule for 2 tariff meters is set from the factory. Comfort mode is activated during the day, and Econom mode is activated at night with a cheap tariff. To turn on scheduled operation, just go to the time settings menu and wait for the settings menu to exit. During schedule operation, the current time and room temperature are displayed alternately. To change schedule settings, press any button. The comfort mode setting is displayed. Press simultaneously and hold both buttons. The heating surface temperature settings is displayed. Then press simultaneously and hold both buttons again. The Econom mode settings is displayed. Set the comfort temperature offset from -9.5 to +9.5 degrees. After 2 seconds, the resulting temperature of the Econom mode is displayed. Then press simultaneously and hold both buttons again. The clock setting is displayed. Set the current time. Then press simultaneously and hold both buttons again. The daily schedule settings is displayed. The first hour of the day will be displayed. The letter H at the beginning means that the daily cycle of the schedule is set. The last character is the operating mode for selected hour. Select an hour using the plus and minus buttons, and set the mode for the selected hour by pressing both buttons simultaneously. C is comfort mode. E is econom mode. A is antifreeze mode, +5 degrees. P is a heating by surface temperature. C with a dot is turbo comfort mode, a quick heating to comfort mode temperature. No symbol means that heating will be turned off. The mode setting can be copied to the next hour. When desired mode will be selected, do not release buttons until copying for the desired number of hours. After completing all the settings, wait about 7 seconds until the appliance saves the schedule and switches to heating mode. During operation with schedule, the current time and room temperature are displayed alternately. To cancel the operating with schedule, simply change the comfort mode temperature. To re-enable the operating with schedule, just go to the clock settings menu and wait for the exit from the settings menu. During operation with schedule, the current time and room temperature are displayed alternately. To switch the schedule between the daily and weekly cycle, being in the clock settings menu, press simultaneously and hold both buttons, turn off and turn on the power of the device. Release buttons after indication displayed. 1D means the daily cycle is selected. 7D means the weekly cycle is selected. The procedure of setting the weekly schedule is the same as daily schedule. Additionally, each day can be configured individually. After the clock setting, it is proposed to set the current day of the week. If today is Wednesday, then set D3. Press simultaneously and hold both buttons. The weekly schedule settings is displayed. Use the plus and minus buttons to select the hour of the week. Set the desired heating mode by pressing both buttons simultaneously. To copy the mode to the next hour, keep holding both buttons. To copy the settings of the current day to the next one, keep holding both buttons at the 23rd hour. After completing all the settings, wait about 7 seconds until the appliance saves the schedule and switches to heating mode. The thermostat constantly monitors the presence of grounding and, in its absence, displays a warning GRND, and then either blocks heating or allows it according to settings. To enable or disable heating without grounding, while GRND is displayed, press simultaneously and hold both buttons, turn off and turn on the power of the device. Release buttons after message displayed. NGND means that heating is allowed without grounding. GND heating is allowed only with grounding. For user safety, we recommend operating liquid heaters only with grounding. We turn on the permission of heating only with grounding. Pleasant and comfortable use.